Normally, the offerings at the Field Museum are viewed in silence, but this afternoon, the atmosphere was animated with music when the Jazz Institute of Chicago All-Stars performed for some 1,000 teens from 17 public high schools. It was the culmination of a year-long series of Institute programs at various schools to acquaint young people with their jazz heritage. School Superintendent Manfred Bird was awarded a plaque by the Institute, and 3 young musicians received Excellence in Jazz awards, then played with the band. The audience became especially enthusiastic when 6-year-old jazz singer Emily Haddad tuned up for a song.
It's something that young people like us haven't experienced much, and it was nice to come here and sit through it and listen.
My mother's very involved in jazz, and so I hear a lot of it, but most of my friends aren't really into it. But it was just interesting to see different reactions of different high school students.
When I was going to school, we didn't have an opportunity to listen to this kind of music, so I think the kids get a big kick out of it too.
I think it's important that they know about their heritage.
There's always enthusiasm, although sometimes they expected purple rain, but they'll still go away smiling.
The program was also sponsored by WBEZ-FM.
Cool jazz rocked Sullivan High to a hot frenzy today. Stanley Turrentine and the Jazz Institute All-Stars introduced an audience weaned on Prince and heavy metal to the wonders of Louis Armstrong, Duke Ellington, and Dizzy Gillespie. America's music, they called it.
I've always thought that if given the opportunity that they can listen to the music, the applause would automatically come, because this is the music, I think. And it wasn't, you know, it happens everywhere we go.
Today's performance is the first in a series of jazz concerts scheduled at Chicago public high schools. They're sponsored by the Jazz Institute of Chicago and are privately funded. All the backup performers at today's concert are products of the Chicago school system. They say there's a jazz legacy here they want to pass on.
Matter of fact, it was where Louis Armstrong, when he came from New Orleans, came to Chicago. This was a hotbed of jazz, you know.
So you're trying to pass on that tradition?
Of course.
So if they can make it, you can make it.
Sure, I'm going to try.
The students' jazz education did not stop with the concert. They all received these study guides tracing the history of American jazz that they'll go over in their classrooms. Today's concert was the first of 16 scheduled at Chicago high schools this year.
Ages old.
If today's response is any indication, they should all be big hits. Ann Kavanaugh, Fox 32 News.